Chapter 4 A Trip to Heaven. Once upon a time, there was a king who had a very wise and capable minister by the name of Vivek Singh. The king had so much faith in him that he took no important decision without consulting him. He was very close to the king and was always with him wherever he went. This made the other courtiers jealous, and they were constantly hatching plots to get rid of Vivek Singh. But Vivek Singh was such a capable and honest minister that the other courtiers could find no fault with him. This further made them more jealous. One day, a courtier by the name of Banwari Lal and his friends made a plan. They all went to the king and said to him, "Your Majesty, Vivek Singh does not even care for you. Only the other day he was boasting that you cannot do what he can." "I do believe he is right," observed the king. "But your Majesty, he says that he is cleverer than you, and you cannot remain the king without his help," replied Banwari Lal. The king was furious when he heard this. "Oh, is that so?" he said. "Very well, I shall soon teach him a lesson. Your Majesty, if I am allowed to make a suggestion, please assign him an impossible task. We have filled the hall of your palace with cotton. Ask him to spin all the cotton into yarn by tomorrow. Since he will not be able to do so, he will realize that he is not the greatest," said Banwari Lal. "That's a good idea," remarked the king and sent for Vivek Singh. When he came, the king said, "I order you to spin all the cotton in the palace hall into yarn by tomorrow, failing which you will be sent out of the kingdom." Vivek Singh was shocked at such an unreasonable order, for he knew it very well that it was an impossible task. But, as usual, he accepted the challenge. He straightway went to a hermit who had always been his guide in times of distress. He found that the hermit was seated under a tree, deep in meditation. He waited for the hermit to open his eyes. When the hermit opened his eyes, Vivek Singh touched his feet and told him his problem. The hermit was a learned man. He said, "Do not lose hope, my son. God is always there to help those who are pure at heart. Now take this spinning wheel and go to the king's palace and do as the king has ordered." Vivek Singh was relieved. He picked up the spinning wheel and touched the hermit's feet again. As he was about to leave, the hermit stopped him and said, "Take this sickle and spade too. You may need them very soon." The hermit further advised him, "Always be honest and God will take care of you." Vivek Singh touched the hermit's feet again, and taking all the things, he went home. He left the sickle and spade in his house. Taking the spinning wheel, he went straight to the palace hall and sat down to spin the cotton into yarn. Before his astonished eyes, the spinning wheel started spinning the cotton into yarn at a tremendous speed. Within no time, the entire cotton was converted into neat reels of yarn. When Banwari Lal and his companions came to see in the evening, they were amazed to see neat reels of yarn stacked in a corner of the hall. Banwari Lal was amazed, but he still wanted to get rid of Vivek Singh. He went to the king and said, "Your Majesty, the entire cotton has been spun into yarn. But this has made Vivek Singh more conceited than ever. If your Majesty pleases, he may please be ordered to harvest the entire farm by today evening." The king agreed and ordered Vivek Singh to harvest the entire farm by evening. Vivek Singh bowed before the king and went home. He picked up the sickle and reached the farm. He caught a handful of stalks and began to cut them. No sooner had he done so, the sickle flew from his hands and started cutting the stalks of crops at a lightning speed. Within no time, the entire crop was harvested and tied into neat bundles. This time, Banwari Lal and his companions realized that it was not easy to defeat Vivek Singh. They went to the king and said, "Your Majesty, Vivek Singh can do things that ordinary people cannot dream of. Why don't you send him to heaven and bring the news of your parents? He will certainly be able to do so." The king quite liked the idea. He sent for Vivek Singh again and ordered him to go to heaven to meet his parents and bring their news to him. Vivek Singh smiled and accepted the task, but he asked for a day's time to prepare for his journey. The king agreed and informed Vivek Singh that he would be burnt into a pyre of wood set up at the platform in front of the palace. The smoke will carry him to heaven. Vivek Singh could now understand why the wise hermit had given him the spade. He went home straight and dug a tunnel from his home to the platform in front of the palace where he was to be burnt. The magical spade did it in no time. On the fixed day, Vivek Singh was put in the pyre and burnt. But Vivek Singh just entered the tunnel and reached home. A few months passed by. Everybody had forgotten about Vivek Singh. Banwari Lal had become the favourite of the king. One day, Vivek Singh turned up at the king's court with full-grown beard and long hair. Banwari Lal and his friends were dumbstruck with terror. The king was pleased to see Vivek Singh. He asked, "What news have you brought about my parents?" Vivek Singh, bowing respectfully before the king, said, "Your Majesty, they are very happy. They have asked me to tell you that they need the services of Banwari Lal in heaven." Before Banwari Lal could understand what was happening, he was tied in ropes, put on the platform with wood piled high over him and set on fire so that he could reach heaven to serve the king's father. A. Put a tick on the correct option.